I'd make the best Joker.
You probably would. Yeah, I know, because...
Or the Wicked Witch of the West.
Where you're flying monkeys. Yeah. He'll show you his sex mask later.
Jesus Christ. Why, hello.
He just walked away. He was like, my name's Jeff. Go away! Oh my god! Go away!
This better be the intro, because this is absolutely hilarious.
It's not! You are frustrating. You're more annoying than having, like, 3 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just ran on the old subway.
Said no one ever. There we go. What are we doing? Oh, hello! Welcome back to...
Yeah, I wonder, eh? With the mics and the mugs and the...
Welcome back. I've lost my mind. The Sir Brady Podcast, where 2 blokes talk movies, TV shows, superheroes, sci-fi, and pop culture in an hour of absolutely stomach-clenching nonsense. Stay tuned for reviews, stories from the comments and fans, and giveaways. I'm your host, Renalson.
And I'm Cahan Martin.
And this is the Sir Brady Podcast. Woo! Is that enough?
Maybe the woo's a bit much.
Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sir Brady Podcast, the podcast where we talk about movies, TV show, pop culture, and anything that I've found out. You're putting your glasses on. I'm your host, Paris, also known as Sir Brady. And with me, as always, is my co-host with the most amount of sass, Cahan Martin.
Hi.
He's been wearing these sunglasses. In the photo that you
I
guys
was
see.
going to say pink eye. I don't have pink eye.
Yeah.
I have a eye.
You have an eye. You do. No, you
No
have
shit. No,
you have
no.
a bloodshot eye.
I have a
That's what
bloodshot
it is.
eye.
Yeah.
It doesn't look very nice.
For those of you who, he's got these sunglasses, and on the photos that you see on the YouTube videos of the 2 of us, I've got my hat and he's got his sunglasses.
Yep.
And we both have this mutual agreement about like, that's like our, like
Dude,
people, some
yeah,
people
they-
don't like my hat, some
Yeah.
I don't like on occasion when you wear the glasses.
I wear my
But if
glasses
we're
all
allowed
the
to wear
time.
them at the same time, that's fine. What's going on? What is
Yeah,
today?
I know.
Today's the beginning of February. It's the 7th. It's the first Saturday.
Beginning of February.
Beginning of April.
Beginning of
I have
April.
lost my mind. We were on the phone earlier and we were both like woken up and I was
Yeah.
feeling kind of sick.
Yeah.
Like I explained to you that sometimes I'm like, my nose is running.
Yeah,
Other times
yeah.
it's just blocked. Enough about my personal life. Let's talk about the news.
Yeah.
Cahan, Danny Boyle has announced that he will be directing the upcoming Bond 25.
Bond 25.
So this will be the sequel to Spectre.
Yeah.
Danny Boyle has directed Train Spotting.
Train Spotting.
28 weeks later, he
Yeah.
also did Sunshine and 127 Hours. He also, which I didn't realize, directed the mini-film before the Olympics in 2012 of James Bond and the Queen.
Oh, and the Queen.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's him.
so he did that as well.
So it's his second Bond film,
Yeah,
really.
technically it is. So yes, he's not uncommon to work with Daniel Craig. Obviously, he did that.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good choice. I've always campaigned about like Mission Impossible and James Bond getting a new director fairly frequently.
Yep.
Because
almost every film.
Yeah, pretty much. Because
There hasn't been 2 people that have worked on 2 Bond films of the Craig era, have they?
only the most recent guy who
Yeah,
did
he did
Skyfall
Spectre and Skyfall, yeah.
But Martin Campbell did GoldenEye for Pierce Brosnan and then came back and did Casino Royale for Daniel Craig. So
Yeah.
he's the Kiwi director who did Shrek.
Yeah.
Which that's the only time I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Because it kind of, that's like 10 years later. It's like an evolved character.
Yeah.
You got different everyone else.
Yeah.
I don't know why he came. I don't know who was like, yo, come back.
Yeah, yo, come
Because
back.
GoldenEye is probably
The best
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
And by that we mean the most realistic Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah. Because, Sean Bean dies.
Yeah.
That's the most realistic
No, isn't
anything.
it Tomorrow Never Dies?
Oh, God, don't make me do this.
Tomorrow Never Dies is Sean Bean.
Sean Bean.
Oh, okay. Hit your bets. Who is it?
All right, fingers crossed. I thought his movies would show up.
And it is...
Lord of the Rings.
Rings.
GoldenEye. No, I was
Oh,
wrong.
I was wrong.
I won!
I was wrong.
You can eat. I suddenly just turned it into like a competition. But yeah, so Danny Boyle will be directing the upcoming Bond 25. It's unknown at the moment. Craig is returning.
Yep, which I'm happy.
He's stopped his little, well, maybe not.
Midlife crisis.
Yeah, midlife crisis. Christoph Waltz there was reports saying he didn't want to come back.
Yeah.
But they had no like sources.
No credibility.
Like someone just
whatever.
wrote an article saying he went. So it'd be cool to see him.
We should do that. We should write an article and see how much traction we can get.
It'll be a High School Musical one about the recasting we did from a few weeks back. Just the recasting. You and McGregor.
Charlie's Angels, because they're coming out with the new Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, let's do that.
We could be like, get the headline at
Make an official article. Yeah. No, do you know what you do? You make like a Photoshop image. You put it on Facebook. Because everyone believes everything on Facebook. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I would love to see sort of a type like Leah Sado
better not die.
No, but I loved her her character. I think she's a great actress.
I love the way that her character, what her character brought to the table for Daniel Craig's Bond.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously we've seen him have a romantic interest in Casino Royale with Vesper. What an odd name. With Vesper, but with the new character, it was almost different, but it was the same.
Yeah.
That sounds so odd, but I can't really explain it. But it kind of almost completed. She fit what Daniel Craig's Bond was at the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it was post Skyfall, and he was kind of downtrodden. Not downtrodden, but he was trying to piece all these things together.
Absolutely.
M died, or and she just felt where he was at the moment. You know, and I love Leah Sado.
Yeah, and it works. She wasn't a damsel in distress. There was, there was all these elements to her character. There's some great shots. I remember watching the Writing on the Wall music video before the film came out in 2015. And I remember just seeing there was like 2 or 3 shots, and there was this one of her. So like the camera was at eye level, and then it panned down, and you could see the mountains behind her.
Yeah,
and you could see her breathing, like just the way she acts in that film, the physicalization she has. It's one of those things that if you're an average viewer and you don't know really about how films like that element, your mind sort of subconsciously picks that up.
Yeah.
And even if you don't understand acting, it's kind of weird to explain. If you don't understand how how actors,
the ins and outs of acting,
you see those things, but you subconsciously pick it up, and it makes that film like generally a better experience.
Speaking of that music video, I watched that like 500 times. Like no shit, I know that because. You know that like YouTube is a function. If you type in repeat after youtube.com and it does YouTube repeat.
Yeah.
Like I'm one of those people that will just, if they like a song, they'll just blast it for days.
I was actually listening to the song.
Like I blast it over and over and over again. Yeah, and even now, even though I listened to it 500 times, it's still not old for me. So
no,
I'm just
seriously. I was listening to it yesterday after I found out the. I was like looping it.
Yeah. Anyway, I listened to that 500 times because it keeps a counter for you down the bottom. Not obviously in one sitting, but like...
Yeah, no, obviously. I wouldn't put it past you if you had done, I don't know, like 200 to
one sitting. Probably, yeah.
Just on repeat. But no, hopefully Naomi
also,
Harris...
the intro sequence in Spectre is really cool.
Yeah, that's another... You know? Those intros... Skyfall, I think, really... even
the Skyfall one was pretty nice.
I like Alicia Keys' song as well. I think the latest... Craig's songs have all been consistent with both traditional mix, but also a modernized
and
version.
they fit the film.
And by having Alicia Keys and Adele and Sam Smith, who are these modern artists who, they're not poppy.
Yeah.
But they can, you know what I mean? Like they merge with these different genres in a cool way.
Did they confirm who's doing the 25th Bond song?
No, but I would love to see someone like Michael.
Who would you like to see?
Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé?
I would love to hear because I like his what's that song? Birds flying high.
Yeah.
You know how I feel. Like that's a very Bond song.
Yeah.
So someone like Michael Bublé.
Do you know who I'd like to see? You won't know him. His name is Ramin Karimloo. He does Phantom of the Opera on West End. He did it a few years back.
Okay.
And I just love his Phantom of the Opera, but I love his voice.
Right.
It's not quite operatic like you think. And it's not quite stage, but it's kind of got a tone that can transcend stage and kind of go into a bit more modern.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can check it out later if you want, but
yeah.
He's got a really nice voice, and I think that it would fit like a Bond film really
cool.
well.
Absolutely. But yeah, I would love to see Naomi Harris back as Moneypenny, Ralph Fiennes back as M, Ben Wishmore back as Q, Roy Kinning back as Bill Tanner, but also I would love to see Jeffrey Wright back as Felix from Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. That's a character who I've been like, he appeared in the Hunger Games stuff. Now, he's one of those actors that continually pops up, and I'm just like,
oh yeah, that guy from that.
I'm excited to see him pop up and stuff, and the whole cast is like that. But that'll be exciting to see. Speaking of James Bond, the equivalents, this is how everyone acts when they think they're James Bond. It's Johnny English.
It's Johnny English.
Rowan Atkinson's Johnny English.
He is back.
He's back.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Johnny English strikes back. There was a new trailer for his upcoming film. I love the first one.
Oh, the first one is one of my favorite comedies.
Like, it's just one of those things that I remember buying it for like $20. It was at full price for no reason.
Yeah.
I was like, yes. And bought
grab
it.
it.
But no, it's a great film.
Hey, even the second one's not too bad.
Yeah, I remember watching the trailer when the second one came out and thinking, like, almost like a little bit like, oh no. But also,
no.
I was like, I'm happy.
I'm happy. It's one of those films like, you secretly admit that you really love it. You know, like,
Yes, you do. Yeah. But it's called Johnny English Strikes Again.
Strikes Again, yeah.
I'm gonna butcher his name.
Boff is back.
Boff is back.
Boff
which
is
is awesome because he was in deleted scenes from the last film.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, there was some deleted scenes, but he wasn't in the final cut,
Yeah.
which sucks because I love him.
I love how he always like throws out like, of course, Boff. You know, he always is like, fuck you, Boff.
It's that awesome bit where like Boff is like right.
Yeah,
but in English,
Boff's actually like a better spy.
Yeah,
than
but
John
he
English.
thinks
Yeah.
English is. But,
But English, he thinks English is better, and English has got like a higher rank somehow.
yeah, but Emma Thompson is also she's playing a prime minister in the film.
Yeah.
But she's like in the trailer, she's like, I was looking for the best spy, and you gave me like Johnny English.
I know.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I love the premise of the first one, like because he's the only spy left.
Oh yeah.
Because like the embassy, or not the embassy, but the British spy headquarters gets blown up, and he's the last spy left. That's what I love.
And he's admiring like the other spies. He's
I
like,
know.
oh, you're cool. You're
cool.
The pen, and even speaking of like theme songs, Robbie Williams did the song
Yeah.
for the first film, and I love that song. It's such a
Yeah.
like because
Remember the scene where he's just walking and he gets lost
yeah,
in
he
the
can't
embassy?
find it.
Can't find
and that was the opening song.
Yeah.
John Malkovich was in the original, but I'm gonna butcher
Pascal
her name.
Savage.
Orlang
Ugla.
Ugla. She was in Quantum of Solace.
Yeah.
So we got a
She was
Bond girl
also
back.
in that. What's that one she did with Tom Cruise? No,
Oh,
Oblivion.
Oblivion.
Flying Ships, Oblivion. Thank you.
But she was also in a great film from the film festival, and I love talking about the film festival for no reason. A Perfect Day, which has Tim Robbins and Benicio del Toro in it.
Ooh, that sounds
Another
nice.
great film. But no, she pops up all the time.
Yep.
And I love her. But yeah, I didn't realize this was coming out at all. I had no idea they were doing another one, and I just skimmed through and the trailer was there.
Yeah.
It looks fun. Like Johnny English, again, it knows what it is.
I'm gonna love it.
It knows what it is.
Yeah.
If it's semi-good, half-bad, there's
That's
always...
what I can say about this comedy, which I cannot say for a lot of comedies, is it's not trying too hard.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you think about films like, was it called Spy? It had Melissa
McCarthy.
Yeah, and like Jude Law and that.
yeah.
Like it's trying too hard.
Yeah,
I think,
to
and that's the
be
difference.
funny.
That's the difference between English and American comedy. Like Rowan Atkinson as Mr. Bean was an amazing
he was a phenomenon.
physical
Yeah.
comedian, and it's something that's, you think about again going back to the 2012 Olympics. There's that thing with Mr. Bean, and it's the dun, 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 and he's sitting there pushing the key, and he's imagining himself, and it's like you put a camera on Rowan Atkinson, and he's amazing.
He's like a Charlie Chaplin aspect to him.
He absolutely, you know,
he doesn't have to speak for it. It's physical, it's emotive, it's expression comedy. You know, I'm not saying that. I mean, it might not be a piece of cake, but go back and watch like a Mr. Bean episode, and you'll catch yourself smiling at least.
Absolutely.
For quite a while, because
you go into YouTube and you just look at you'll be there for hours just looking at a new clip, a new clip. And it's weird because it didn't work. I don't think it worked as well as a film. As a full-length feature film, like Mr. Bean on Holiday, which I had to watch in French class.
Yeah. Wasn't she in that as well?
Who?
Ugla?
No, I don't think so.
No, that was a different actress, but they kind of look the same.
How dare you? But again, I can talk about Rowan Atkinson and Johnny English for hours, but it's this, it's described as like it's a parodying of Bond, but it's like it's just this infusion of Rowan Atkinson's Mr. Bean and James Bond.
Yeah,
and it just works. It's just so great. That's going to be a great film to watch.
Yeah, and I know I'm gonna enjoy it.
Han Solo solo film.
Yes,
will be premiering
the Han Solo film.
Yes.
How many times can we say that?
Han Solo
film. The solo Han Solo film.
Han Solo, a solo story. The Han Solo film.
Very well done. Very well done. I have to say.
Han Solo film will premiere at Cannes, which is one of the big film festivals.
Did you practice that?
No.
Sorry,
I almost lost it before I finished.
I was like, dang.
But yeah, so it'll be premiering at the Cannes Festival, which on deaf ears, it's odd to hear about a big blockbuster premiering at a film festival.
Yeah.
But it's not uncommon. X-Men Last Stand premiered. Inside Out premiered.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith also premiered at the Cannes back in the day. But since this is the first Star Wars film since Revenge of the Sith to premiere in May.
Yeah.
Like Force Awakens, Rogue One, Last
Or
Jedi. Or December. So that's why that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
What that means, though, isn't much. It just means that people will see it before everyone else.
Yeah.
But also, the festival was known for having quite good secrecy around spoilers.
Yes.
So we probably won't find out much until after it's released. It does also mean, in an element, I think, that Disney is pleased with the reshoots.
Yeah.
And Lucasfilm are happy with how it's looking now.
Yeah. It does kind of give off that illusion, yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Because no one wants a bad film.
Nah.
I constantly argue with this when I talk about the Justice League and the DC stuff.
They
compared to
didn't
the
set
Marvel
out
stuff.
to make a shit film.
Yeah, and I don't want to watch a bad film. Like, I don't go out. On occasion, it's fine to watch a film that's bad.
Yeah.
Like, you go watch any of those. You go onto Netflix, and for every Annihilation and for every To the Bone, like, hit movies for Netflix, there is hundreds of just off the cuff
movies,
you know, and you bring over your mates and you have a few beers and you sit and watch one of them because it's great. But no, I think it's cool that Han Solo is going to be premiering at the film festival, and it also sort of has that vibe of old school Star Wars. It was an independent film, Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like, it was that old school sort of thing. It was great. Cahan, are you a bad boy?
Why'd you have to say it like that?
I don't know. I thought it would be funny, but as soon as it left my mouth, I was like, "That sounds so wrong." Bad Boys.
Yeah. I don't feel comfortable sitting next to you anymore.
So Bad Boys is a great. No, Bad Boys is a film. Bad Boys 2 was a Michael Bay. A couple of films from early thousands. I like the first one.
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Yes, I like the first one.
Yeah.
I think it's one of Michael Bay's better films. The second one is a film.
Yes.
But there's a character from the second one, Martin Lawrence's sister, Sid.
Yeah.
Is going to be starring in a TV show on NBC called Bad Boys. The TV show Bad Boys. It's also starring your favorite actor from Fantastic Four.
Johan Grimm.
Nope, Jessica Alba.
Dang it!
I was hoping you would say Johan Grimm. It's also starring Jessica Alba as Sid's sidekick.
Yeah.
It's a buddy cop. Obviously, it's the classic. I'm calling it the classic of recasting. It's so original in Hollywood. They're like, let's not just make a completely original thing. Let's turn guys into girls and recast it.
And call it Bad Boys.
And call it Bad Boys. So there is a photo that is loading, and we're going to look at it. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
That was the old word. But yeah, how do you feel about Bad Boys?
Did you just hear my, yep?
I did. Yep.
Yeah, that's me.
You like Bad Boys?
I love the first one. I like the second one because they just have great chemistry. And I think great chemistry just can make a film enjoyable for me, even if it's, like, the rest of it's crap.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And that just gives me personal enjoyment. This, I mean, I don't want to shit on it, but, like, what the fuck are they thinking?
Honestly,
sorry for the language
I'm in two minds about it because Lethal Weapon
Yeah.
has had a recent TV show. And I watched some of it on the plane back from Europe last year. And it's actually not bad. I actually quite enjoyed it because it was sort of a remix of the original film. And it took an element from the original films and went that way with a different element. And I quite enjoyed it. And it had one of the Wayans.
Yeah.
I don't know them. I can't. Like, if you gave me a photo lineup of the Wayans, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one's which. Let's just go with Damien Wayans.
Okay.
It's got one of them. No offense to them. They don't listen. But this, I'm in two minds about these Bad Boys.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
Do you hate females replacing men?
I don't have a problem with that. It's that just packaging it with the same name.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I hate about this specifically, you know? Mm-hmm. I mean, and that's just like I'll watch a TV show and I might love it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just I mean, and I get why they're doing it. I mean, because it's you know, it's Bad Boys, so people just tune in for the curiosity of it all and stuff like that. But
it's funny you say that.
Like, why the hell?
Because there's been a bunch of people have been circulating that this is meant to build up the release of the third movie.
Bad Boys 3. Yeah, because I was going to say.
For Life. Bad Boys for Life is what it's called, which has been circulating for like 8
years.
10 years.
Yeah.
And everyone's, you know, every time you ask Will Smith, he's probably like, yeah.
Yeah, so Martin Lawrence is like, yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't had a role in 10 years. Yeah.
The last film was Bad Boys 2. That's the thing. But who knows?
Don't you get the idea that, like, people who just don't get roles anymore. They're either like they can't wait for the next role, or they're just bitter they don't get any roles anymore.
It's funny because there was an article I was going to talk about Bill and Ted. More rumors about them being back because they had a photo shoot for the anniversary of Bill and Ted, and Alex Winter, who plays Bill, he didn't do a lot after Bill and Ted. He directed the Ben 10 Race Against Time Cartoon Network film. He directed both of the live action films.
I remember coming over here like 10 years ago and watching that.
Yeah. I gave it to you guys.
And I chucked it out.
Did you really?
Yeah, eventually.
Did you not even keep the thing? You have so many movies. I'm sure that your sisters would have loved watching. They probably didn't watch Ben 10.
No, they're not Ben 10 kids.
Because it was probably slightly...
Yeah, Ben 10 was shit by the time they got to this.
Yeah, because they had too many series, I think.
Yeah.
Because they did we're not talking about Ben 10.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted.
They weren't Ben 10 kids.
They're doing another Bill and Ted as well.
Yeah.
Well, again, the writers, everyone's on board. I'm okay with that because it's all of them coming back. Although I'm having feelings of Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, yeah.
Because they did the Dumb and Dumber 2 with Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels back. And I didn't actually see it in the end.
No,
and I think a lot of people are like, it's cool, but they're old. But this Bill and Ted, I think, will be a lot of... Because they at the beginning of the...
I mean, Keanu Reeves hasn't gotten old. He's still the same.
But at the end of the first one, they wrote a...
He's like a McDonald's burger. He just does not change. You could just leave him out for like days and days and days and months.
That's accurate, but really disgusting.
I
I'm not... There's so many people who have like left like chicken McNuggets.
Actually, here's the kind of one. He's like honey.
That's a better one.
Honey does not go off. Here's a fun fact for you. Honey does not go off. I found that out yesterday.
Please elaborate why you found it out.
I was at chef class.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, I pulled out an old honey jar that we had from the time we moved back into our new house about 5 to 10 years ago.
No. We were just cooking with honey at my course. And they're just like, oh yeah, honey doesn't go off. I'm like, wow, really? And yeah. Fun fact.
Well, it makes sense, I think.
And so Keanu Reeves is like fine honey.
Fine honey.
Fine honey.
This
he
honey,
doesn't necessarily get better, but he certainly doesn't
this
change.
honey tastes like a Keanu Reeves. But what was I talking about? Bill and Ted. Yeah, at the end of the first Bill and Ted, they were like, oh, you wrote a song and it's a huge hit, and that's why you're famous.
Yeah.
But the new film that they're going to do is like, they still haven't written that song.
Yeah.
So I think that's quite cool. It's not like we've got to come back together because we were old friends. It's like, holy crap, we still haven't written the song.
Yeah,
and they like have to think about it for ages, which would be cool. I have them both. I actually might sit down and watch them before whenever that film will come out.
Probably, once you think about it, they're probably going to do another Wayne's World, eh?
Yeah, because he's like Martin Lawrence. Mike Myers is like Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
He hasn't had a job since Shrek. But other than Shrek, he's done like nothing since.
No, I just thought, because, like all the old comedies coming back. Why not Wayne's World? Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Your dad will be in.
Yeah, he would be. Our dads will go watch it.
Yeah.
My real dad and your half.
My real dad.
My dad. Both of my dads are your dad, and they're both going to go watch Wayne World.
God.
That was a great save. X-Men, Dark Phoenix, and New Mutants have now got a new release date.
Have they?
Which is weird. Let's talk about this. Do you remember there was a New Mutant... Oh my... I can't say New Mutant.
A New Mutant.
There was
New Mutants.
There was a trailer.
There's a trailer.
I don't know if you remember. Was
it the horror-styled one?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a few months ago.
Yeah.
It was in April.
Yep.
No, it was meant to come out in April.
Yeah, this month.
Yes. It got pushed back end of last year.
Yeah.
To later somewhere.
Yeah.
It's now, both of these films have now been pushed back. So Dark Phoenix was meant to come out at the end of the year, November.
Yeah.
It has now been pushed to February of 2019. Not a big push. Films do that on occasion.
That's 2 months.
It's a handful of months. That's cool. There's no official reason why Dark Phoenix was moved.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it may have to do with how Apocalypse was received back in 2016. Days of Future Past, everyone loved that. Critics, commercially, it was great.
Yeah.
I think it's still the highest grossing X-Men film, aside from Deadpool.
Yeah, and X-Men Apocalypse was a bit of a miss, really.
Yeah, and I think the reason why they've gone back for Dark Phoenix is because that whole cast is back.
Yeah.
And usually they think it's the wrong reason. Usually when they do reshoots...
X-Men Dark Phoenix, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Usually they have the wrong reasons for fixing a film.
Yeah.
They'll be like, it's your fault, when really it's this other problem. And New Mutants have now moved from its new release date, which was going to be February of 2019, to August of 2019.
Yeah.
So we already have a trailer.
Yeah.
But it's not coming out till August of 2019.
2019.
It's over a year.
It's like a Deadpool thing, eh?
We
got like the Deadpool test footage, and then 2 years later we finally
It's
got
a bit like Batman v Superman. Because if
Yeah,
you remember
that's
right, that was end of 2012, beginning of 2013. Gal Gadot was cast
Really,
as
was
Wonder
it
Woman.
that longer?
Yep. Gal Gadot was casted as Wonder Woman. And then
Wow.
2014, begin 2014.
Ben Affleck was cast.
Yes, as well as Jesse Eisenberg and Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
We didn't get the film until 2016.
Wow.
So, New Mutants, there's not a lot of reasoning.
Yeah.
Again, there was the reason why the initial first delay was because they want to make it scarier and add an extra character.
Yeah.
Now they're just there's there's a mix of Fox. Obviously, there's the Fox has been purchased by Disney.
Yeah, Disney.
It's the whole Disney thing won't go through
Yep.
until later. Like it's not meant to go through until probably end of 2019, beginning of 2020.
Yep.
But this move now means that these are now much closer to the Marvel
Yes.
taking on Marvel again. Although Kevin Feige said that Fox's stuff will not interfere with the upcoming Phase 4.
Yeah.
But now because everything's been pushed back, it's now a lot of people are now wondering why. But there's no answer.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. They're like, we just moved it, but they're not going to tell us
Yeah.
why. I'm excited for New Mutants because it's the same excitement I had back in 2014 when The Winter Soldier came out.
Yeah.
Which was you have all these superhero films and then you mix two genres together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it worked
You
really well
loved-
with
you
Winter
loved
Soldier.
Winter Soldier. Yeah.
I do, and you look at if you go back, like I said last time, I've watched all the Phase
Yeah.
movies now,
And get ready for Avengers.
but you go back and watch Iron Man 1 to Iron Man 3,
Yeah.
and all those movies have a fairly similar vibe
fairly
with them.
similar
It's just
vibe.
that they take place at different locations and a different time.
Yeah.
Then Winter Soldier came out just after Iron Man, after Thor,
Just after.
Dark World,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Man 3 Dark Thor,
World, Winter
yep,
Soldier,
yep.
Guardians, and completely tonal shift, and
Yeah.
that really
And it kind of set the tone for how Marvel movies would be like in the future.
Yeah, you had Ant-Man, you had Panther, you had all those other films
Yeah.
come out with a really different vibe. So I'm hoping that New Mutants will come back with a bang, but secrecy
Yes.
for nerdy fans does not help.
No, it makes us anxious.
It does. It absolutely does. Enough
Wait,
about
so
Marvel. No,
Phase
okay.
4. Phase 4 is... It's after Infinity War, obviously. When does Infinity War come out?
23rd for us. 25th.
Infinity War.
Next 2 weekends time.
And Avengers...
Oh, we'll have a podcast before then, but
Right
not
before.
after then. Sorry, what?
and Avengers 4
Will be,
will be the same time next year, eh?
yeah, April of 2019.
April 2019. Oh, yeah, okay. Because I was just wondering.
It might be May because I think Captain Marvel's before that.
Yeah, and that's the final movie. It's the final movie Phase 3, or is it the first movie Phase 4?
Final movie.
Final movie Phase
So you
3.
have the last year. So the rest of this phase is Avengers.
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
No, Ant-Man, Wasp,
Yeah,
Captain Marvel, Avengers 4.
Yeah.
And then we move into Guardians 3, Homecoming 2,
yeah.
and whatever else. They haven't actually announced
Yeah.
anything else.
Because I was just wondering, like,
And your Black Widow movie.
yeah, it's
I
not...
did quote
Yeah.
fingers.
Quote,
because
ain't
Cahan
happening.
doesn't believe it. But yeah, so that's upcoming.
No, okay. I was just confused for a second.
Dr. Doolittle.
Dr. Doolittle.
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert
posted
Downey
to his
Jr.
tweeters,
Tweeter.
I am most pleased to announce the stellar voice cast joining me on the voyage of Dr. Doolittle. Last time we saw Dr. Doolittle, it was our friend Eddie Murphy.
Our friend Eddie Murphy.
We've never met Eddie Murphy. I don't know why I
Never.
said my friend.
And I don't think we'd be
And
friends.
there was a bunch of sequels. I think there was...
I thought there was only one.
No, there was 2 with him, and then his daughter took over.
Oh, well, really?
Yeah, and they were all like direct-to-video sequels.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They were terrible. So, do you know Robert Downey Jr.?
No, who is he?
He is playing Dr. Doolittle.
Yeah.
We also have Emma Thompson is in the film, as well as Selena Gomez, Octavia Spencer, Ralph Fiennes, Tom Holland, and John Cena. There's also other people, but
Yeah.
I sort of I looked at their names and I went, I know of you, but
Yeah.
you have hard
You
names
just did
to
the
say.
highlights.
I did. So I am more than happy to see Doctor. I
Yeah.
had a kids book,
Yeah.
several kids books back in the day, and I read
Yeah.
them. It's a cool. I love the idea.
I love the idea of Dr. Doolittle. I mean, I remember Eddie Murphy's Dr. Doolittle, and it was very, like, wacky,
Yeah.
for lack of a better term, you know? It was like in that early 2000s, not early 2000s, I don't know exactly when, but it was in that stage where, like, talking animals were, like, a thing.
Garfield. And,
Yeah, talking
and
animals were, like, a thing in
cat
comedy.
and dogs
Yeah,
and
cat and
all-
dogs
yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. You know, what's the rat one with the little boy?
What, Stuart Little?
Still little, that's right.
I think they just figured out that technology at the time.
Yeah.
I think they were like, we can do this now.
Yeah.
Just
Let's
gave
do
us
it.
all these kids films.
But now,
There was one I watched at your house like end of last year with Kevin Spacey on it.
yeah, that's still going on. But I think I hope it's more in vein of like the Jungle Book.
from
2016.
with Jon Favreau's.
Yeah, Jon Favreau's
Yeah,
Jungle Book.
and it makes sense as well
Yeah.
because
A bit more serious. 'Cause it's called The Voyage of Dr. Dolittle.
yeah, it's at the look of it does have a series of unfortunate
yeah.
events sort of
Yeah.
vibe from it. You know, turning those kid books into a slightly more and whatever that new movie is out at the moment, A Wrinkle in Time.
Wrinkle in Time. Yeah.
You know, it's that slightly more. It feels darker, but it's like a modernized twist on that sort of stuff.
Yeah. It's not light and fluffy, and it's not all
Yeah.
about the laughs. It's got
It
darker.
feels, but no, it's not as dark. It
Dark is not
feels
the
more
right word.
serious. I think. I
Serious,
think there's
that's
an
the right
element
word,
of
there you go.
humanity.
Yeah.
And it's not like, hey, look, the world almost came to an end, but I'm friends with this cat. Like
Yeah.
I feel like there's consequences in
Yeah.
it, and I think it just kids movies. I think are much more fun when you have both sides. You have the kid side and you have the adult
Yeah.
side. And
It's gonna be one of those films I feel that everyone's gonna go and enjoy. You know, as a family.
yeah.
Yeah,
But also,
kids
it's got people like Selena Gomez and Tom Holland and
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. who are like
Icons.
for kids as well as
Yeah.
adults. You know, like this is Iron Man, Spider Man, and the Wizard
And the
from Waverly
singer.
Place coming together to play some animals. But no, I'm more than excited to go see that. I'm sure it'll be fun. Speaking of Marvel, I'm going to say that after every article now.
Speaking of Marvel.
Clark Gregg is back in Captain Marvel.
Okay.
So Agent Coulson,
Agent
who has
Coulson.
been on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I stopped watching after season 3. Not for any reasons,
just
really.
stopped?
I think I had like all the CW stuff, all the Marvel stuff. I stopped watching all the CW DC stuff after the hiatus from
Oh, wow, really?
Christmas. So I've caught up, and then I stopped again.
Nice.
So they're all being renewed for another season. But
Yeah.
this announcement has come after some rumors saying Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be just sort of not being cancelled, but
Yeah.
just naturally finishing off soon.
Yeah.
So obviously, Captain Marvel is out March 8th of 2019. Sam Jackson is back as Nick Fury. Clark
Yeah.
Gregg is now back as Phil Coulson, but also Lee Pace as Ronan the Accuser from Guardians of the
Oh.
Galaxy, as well as Digimon as Korath from Guardians. You know, the
Yeah.
whole I'm Star-Lord. Ooh. So they're both back in this film. For those of you who don't know, all those 3 people are dead, technically now dead.
Yeah.
But Captain Marvel takes place in the 90s.
Yeah.
So a bunch of characters are back.
As if we needed confirmation, eh? Ronan's back.
But also, Ben Mendelsohn's going to be in the film, and Jude Law is going to be in the film.
Oh.
So I'm quite excited for this Captain Marvel film.
I think it's gonna be a bit of a sleeper for me. Like it's sandwiched between Infinity Wars. Yeah, well, Infinity War and whatever number 4 is. You know, the spoiler-filled titled number 4.
Did you see those posts about?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we tell you the title now, it'll be
Or
scary and
spoiled.
spoiled. You should be afraid that you don't
be
know the
afraid,
title of
yeah.
Avengers 4.
It's like everyone's just gonna overlook it, I think. But
Yeah.
I just think that Marvel's gonna be like, this is the one that's gonna carry us. It's like our new Iron Man, it's our new Captain
Well,
America.
that's the thing that's kind of interesting about how I felt about Ant-Man, because you had Age of Ultron in April of 2015.
Yep.
You then had Ant-Man, and then you had Civil War the following year.
Yeah.
And it was almost, Civil War has been, hyphen, Captain America Civil War, hyphen, Avengers film. But I was nervous that Ant-Man would...
Avengers internal conflict.
Yeah. We're a family.
Yeah.
But that's how Ant-Man felt, and again, Ant-Man's in that same place.
Yeah.
Avengers, Ant-Man, Avengers. But I think based off of how Black Panther's gone since Civil War, Black Panther, Avengers, it is not impossible for these films to still get the right audience.
Yeah.
Also, you have a female/male directing crew.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
You have a female director, female lead. Brie
Yeah.
Larson is critically acclaimed. She's a great actress.
Great actress, yeah.
It's Marvel. Sam Jackson is back. He
Yeah.
always brings an audience.
Yep.
Does he look like a bitch? Sorry. Pulp Fiction.
Say what again?
See what again? I dare you. I double dare.
That is a tasty bro.
But no, I think Captain Marvel will bring a really great audience. Again, people love female heroines.
Yep.
And that's just because
Just look at Ray.
Ray, Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
it's a standard. It's a no-brainer for a lot of people.
Yep.
This could come off. Someone's going to take this out of context and
Yeah.
bash me over the head with this in a week. I love women, but I'm more than excited to have Clark Gregg back in that role, because people have been saying, how do you bring him back? Is he actually alive in the movie universe? Because even though the TV shows Netflix and ABC are in the universe, they're not at the same time for whatever reason.
If you pluck them out, nothing would be missing.
But like when they launched the Netflix and ABC stuff, they're like, yeah, it's the same universe, they'll cross over, da-da-da-da-da. But what happened is the films kept going, and what was happening was the events in the films were just
Way
impacting,
outpaced,
but they were impacting, you
Yeah.
know, the end of the first seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
'Cause I haven't seen it. Like,
So the end of the first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it was Winter Soldier came out.
Oh, yeah.
And Hydra wasn't S.H.I.E.L.D., so Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was now Hydra.
Yeah.
And now, like, it was all, like, levels, you know, when
Yeah.
Daredevil came out.
the film director's like, not my problem.
Yeah, exactly. They just sort of put their hands up. Sam Jackson and Kobe Smulders have both appeared in the show.
Yeah.
But it looks like they were like, someone knocked at their door at their house and was like, hey, do you have like 25 minutes to shoot something?
Yeah.
Like,
We can do it here. We can do it here.
Yeah, you know, they brought in like a
Here's your
costume
outfit.
from like a $2 shop. They were like,
Guys, get up the set.
yeah, exactly. Pull out the green screen.
Yeah.
And the Netflix stuff is even...
Where's the eye patch?
No, because they gave him sunglasses. They didn't even give him an eye patch.
Damn it, we forgot the eye patch.
Yeah.
Let's get him some sunnies.
Sam, you got some sunnies? Yeah, man. But the Netflix stuff
Say
is
what?
The Netflix stuff is even further away because
Yeah.
none of them have actually like fallen onto the films. And when Infinity War was announced, everyone's like, "Oh, you're going to bring in the Defenders?"
Yeah.
And they were just straight up no.
Yeah.
Which, you know, and it'll be interesting to see if Phase 4 will ever, because if you got
I wonder
Downey,
what Phase 4's going to do. You
but
know?
if you got Downey and Evans and I don't know, Ruffalo and Widow. Do you know what I do?
Ruffalo
When I
and
talk
Widow.
about the characters, I
go
say
Widow.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
When I talk about the actors, I say Black Widow.
Yeah.
But if
Let's
those,
just imagine the OG6 lead.
yeah, they stand down. Do you bring in the Defenders? Do you bring in Matt Murdock,
I don't
Jessica
think,
Jones,
I don't
Luke
think they
Cage?
will.
And
I think they'll do what they did with. I think it's been like a subtle rebuild. They've replaced them with them still being here. So like you have the OG6. Okay, now you have Captain Marvel. You have Ant-Man and the Wasp, I suppose.
Right, you have
you have
Falcon, Spider-Man, yeah.
You have Spider-Man. You have Scarlet Witch. You have Falcon. You have Black Panther. That's 6. And you have Doctor Strange.
and Vision. Depending, if let's just
Yeah.
say, yeah.
Let's say Vision doesn't make it.
Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, you got
Then
6. Yeah,
you got 7.
7. Yeah,
And then 8 if you count the Wasp.
yeah.
You know, but like.
But they're small. They can like stand on top of each other.
So that's like, and I'm assuming 2 of those will probably die anyways, at least. So we're back down to 6, and it's like your new Avengers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And they've already set that up. You know, you think of End of Age of Ultron and the fact that there is more than the original 6 in Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the End of Age of Ultron, you had Widow and America, and then you had War Machine, Vision, Scarlet Witch, Falcon. So, like, those characters will definitely carry over. But it sucks because I like the Netflix stuff. And with...
There's only 4. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. But there's only 4 I can like confirm, guarantee are going to be part of the new Avengers. Do you want to hear them?
Spider-Man?
No,
Really?
no.
Go.
Is it 3? Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel, and I'll give you Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those 4 are the only ones that I can be like, yeah, they're part of the new Avengers. The other.
But also because they're the latest ones to be
they're also
added.
late, but they're also in their own way. They made a splash.
Absolutely.
Doctor Strange was like, wow, he's just freaking awesome.
It was Inception
Yeah,
on
on
steroids.
Yeah. Spider-Man, it was just a good rendition of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know, Black Panther, you have to look at the box office and you'll be like,
Yeah. Absolutely.
And Miss Marvel, I mean, she's gonna be a major, powerful female character.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mean to sound like a dick, but in today that would just be a hit.
Mm.
And like those 4, and they're big characters in the comics as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, and those are just gonna be, I think it's gonna be
Because you know,
staples.
and that's back in 2008, Iron Man, Cap, Black Widow, Thor were not
No.
powering the comic universe. You had Spider-Man, you had Hulk, you had Black Panther, you had these other characters who were pushing through, and then Marvel was like, shit, let's now use these at the moment second tier characters to push through. But no, I'm definitely
Those 4 are new Avengers. I'm calling it now.
okay.
Although
But no,
Spider-Man's
it'll
not-
be very interesting once 2 weekends time next week.
3 weeks in time.
1, 2, 3. 3 weeks.
3 weeks,
We are missing. That's stupid.
I know.
We're like off balance. So we
What
have.
day is it?
So it's on today is the 7th,
Yeah, today's the 7th.
and then we go see it on the 21st,
And what day is that?
a Wednesday.
Is that Wednesday?
That's Anzac Day.
It's Anzac Day.
I don't know why I did the Hunger Games thing, but we have a podcast the week before and then the week after.
We should do a double podcast.
We probably should.
We'll do a special podcast.
Speaking of Marvel, Saudi Arabia. Now, this article was funny when I read it because it's got nothing to do with Black Panther.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia is a country that has had a lot of. My phone just buzzed. Or was that your
my
phone?
phone just
Your
buzzed.
phone just buzzed. Has had a lot of religious government. That noise.
Conflicts.
And back in 1982, why is there a photo?
I don't know.
What, you just...
I was going to show you that before. Sorry.
I've seen that photo.
Maybe.
I've got a copy of that photo on my phone.
Oh, really?
Because you sent it to me.
Did I?
I'm going to put it on screen.
Don't.
I'm not going to put it on screen.
Don't.
But back in 1982...
That sounds like a photo that shouldn't be put on the screen.
In 1982, the Saudi Arabian government banned cinemas due to Saudi Arabia's sort of religious conservative beliefs. But now, due to the sort of political
climate,
so they're currently the now crowned Prince Mohammed bin Salman.
You've got a principality?
Yeah, Mohammed bin Salman. He has been more recently been moving a lot of the. He was the reason why women drivers are now allowed in Saudi Arabia. But he's also retconned the old rule, and cinemas will be back in Saudi Arabia, which is an awesome achievement for them.
Yeah.
It's good that they're being able to move forward now.
Jesus, imagine the first movie that gets there. Just to imagine how much money that will make.
It's Black Panther.
Really?
The first movie they were showing in Saudi Arabia. That's why it's Marvel news. Will be Black Panther.
I thought it was like they're doing it now, and someone's just like, it's because of Black Panther.
No, it's not. But Black Panther will be the first film in 35 years to be shown to a public audience in Saudi Arabia, which is awesome. I think because the
other people just go into the movies like 10 times just because they can go to the movies.
Absolutely, it'll be another peak in Black Panther's box office, but also. It'll change the sort of pirating in Saudi Arabia because pirating was huge, but in those 35 years in Saudi Arabia because the government was against it, but you still have people living there. I actually had some family friends who lived there for quite a few years because their dad was working there, and I remember them bringing back like a bunch of just bootlegged American movies because they were living, they were born here, they grew up a lot here, and then they moved there and they grew up more. Yeah. But you have so many people there who just sort of just had pirated stuff, which is great. Pirating's not great, but it's great having cinemas back because that'll mean that that money will no longer be lost to the studios and it will return back to the filmmakers, which is awesome. So, well done Saudi Arabia, good on you guys.
Yeah, and good job, Prince.
Yeah, good on Prince.
Whatever.
That's not his first name, but we'll call him Prince.
It's not actually Prince.
Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Mohammed bin Salman.
Nice job.
There we go. I remember it. But that's awesome. I think it's great that Saudi Arabia is being able to do that. Obviously, there's still many problems. That's what happens in other countries, but it's cool to hear it when they do start moving forward. And I'm sure for some people, movies isn't probably the number one thing that Saudi Arabia needs to fix. But hey, Sabrina's back. Sabrina the Teenage Witch segue is...
I just imagine the government sitting down. Now, what do we need to fix? Movies!
I want to go to the movies again. What about female driving? Yeah. Sabrina...
How about equality? Nah.
Oh, God. Let's not get political. We will be in a big...
I don't even know the political state in Saudi Arabia, so sorry.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch is back. A new Netflix... Am I right by saying Netflix? I was only aware it was coming back.
It's an assumption, though, because Gilmore Girls came back through Netflix. All the stuff comes back through Netflix.
Although Sabrina was originally developed.
Anyway, Sabrina's back.
Yeah, it was back to Netflix with a 2-season order.
Did you watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
I did. I didn't. I've watched it when I was really young.
Yeah.
I would say 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
I didn't catch it as much as a 19-year-old. So there's like...
Yeah, well, I'm kind of the opposite. I was aware of it. My older sister was a Sabrina kid.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I got collateral Sabrina, I suppose. But my mum loved Sabrina. And now my sisters are watching Sabrina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we got the DVD versions of it. Right. Yeah, so they're watching it. So now I know about Sabrina. And I like it. Yeah.
Sabrina's great, and I did watch it. I don't know why that happened in my life. I don't know why I stopped. I think it's just because, I don't know, New Zealand stopped wanting to pay for it. Yeah. But it's cool to see a show like Sabrina, which is, again... Going back to women empowering.
Yeah.
It's sometimes I find it weird when the argument happens because when you go into listening to music or movies, it's your choice on what you listen to and your choice on what you watch. But some people think you have to just follow the status quo. Stick to the stuff you know. But someone like Sabrina, let's not do a High School Musical. Sabrina is one of those characters that I remember still loving as a 8-year-old boy. Because the characters were cool. The cats.
Salem.
Such an awesome...
What an awesome cat.
And again, going back to our talk about animals coming to life, this is back in the day. But no, I think it's called
animatronic. Or was it a puppet?
Yeah, and I think
it was both
very
at some
early
point,
CGI as well. But It's called The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. It stars Lucy Davis, Miranda Otto, and Jazz Sinclair.
Haven't heard of any.
I haven't heard of any of them either. But
let's hope it's good.
But new kids on the block, not the band, but new actors on the block.
I was gonna say Donnie Wahlberg.
But no, having new actors or slightly unknown actors, to us at least, is cool on a show that we love. I'll probably start watching it, which would be great. It is on Netflix. It was originally going to be CW.
Oh, was it?
I'm always on the fence about now because hit and miss. It's on the Netflix 2-season order. Oh. Which is good.
Yeah.
Keen. I'm absolutely keen to watch Sabrina.
It'd be great to see it again.
Yeah. I don't have a release date. Premieres Netflix later this year. This year. Awesome. Later this year. I'm expecting August, October, maybe.
I'll say November.
Let's go December.
Okay. Good.
Agree to disagree.
December 30th.
Finally, let's talk about John Krasinski.
Yep.
His new film, A Quiet Place, which he's directed as well as starring in, is out this week.
Yep.
I'm hopefully going to get us to go see it so we can talk about it next week. Next time we do this week.
Yes.
2 weeks' time. It stars himself and his wife of real life.
Emily Blunt.
Incredible pairing. They've never worked together. Also, John Krasinski was not a big fan of horror films.
Oh, really?
Not because he didn't like them, he just never got to watch them. But now he's doing a film like this. It's got great reviews from people. It looks legitimately...
It looks startling.
It does.
If I have to pick a word, it'd be startling, What an awesome concept.
Absolutely. And fun fact, it was actually initially going to be a Cloverfield-related film. After the release of 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah, you get the feeling that it could have been.
But still, the trailers, I remember, I saw Pacific Rim a few days ago. Trailer was on again for A Quiet Place. I was there going, damn, this looks good. Yeah. My friend Hunter, who's appeared in a few of my videos, and you know Hunter, he sort of leant over and he was like, don't take me to that. I was like, but it's cool to see that. But the news for John Krasinski, he's been interviewed a few times, and he's very interested, if possible, to play Mr. Fantastic in a Fantastic Four MCU film, as well as having his wife, Emily Blunt, play Invisible.
Wow. Yeah.
Miss Invisible.
Just taking
Mrs. Fantastic.
Mrs.
Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because both of them have actually previously been possible MCU candidates. John was originally in final talks to play Captain America.
Oh, yes,
Obviously
he was.
Lost to Chris Evans, and Emily Blunt with Black Widow.
Yeah.
So they now also both have said, we're happy we didn't get those roles.
Yeah.
Because we've been able to do other things since Emily Blunt did.
Because they'd be tied down with so many
movies.
But
John Krasinski has directed a bunch of films since that audition. Emily Blunt went and did Edge of Tomorrow, had a kid, had a child, gave birth.
Yeah.
But also, you look at how Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson have done so far. They've critical acclaim. And if this is going to happen, it's only rumors obviously for now, but this would be awesome. Yeah, I think having them in this role. You love Jessica Alba. You like the original cast.
I liked the original cast. Yes,
of Fantastic Four.
I did.
I'm happy Michael B. Jordan got out of the contract for Force to Stick and moved on to do Killmonger.
Yeah.
I hope.
Did you see the trailer for 451 Fahrenheit?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I was initially laughing because I thought it was a dumb idea to burn books.
Yeah.
But the story is quite intriguing.
It seems intriguing, yeah.
Go watch that trailer. We won't talk about it because it's getting late in the podcast. Go watch the trailer. But so I'm...
Did you just laugh like I did when the character Michael B. Jordan read this book?
Was that Michael Shannon? Yeah.
Yeah, I just pissed and laughing like, what else is he supposed to do?
It's not meant to be funny, but it's based off a book. How ironic.
Yeah. About burning books?
The idea is a bit amusing.
It's actually probably like really deep and above our heads, but we're so dumb that we're just poking fun and laughing at it.
It does look interesting though. The further through the trailer I got, the less I was laughing, the more I was like, oh, this could be interesting. Yeah. And it's also got...
Because they burnt more books.
Because they burnt more books. Yeah. I'm going to search who's in it. There's somebody else in it who I recognize and I can't remember their name. But I'm happy that MCU... I'm more interested in MCU continuing to go with Fantastic Four than going with X-Men. Because I think X-Men has been more successful.
As an individual.
Yeah, with Fox at the moment. Yeah, they've had ups and downs, but
I think it also doesn't open up the universe too much.
No, but also I think Fantastic Four can merge really well with both Guardians, with characters like Galactus and Silver Surfer, as well as with after Infinity War. If it goes well, the Earth and the space stuff have already now been connected. You introduce Fantastic Four again, and it's a no-brainer almost. You know, you think about it, and
It's a natural step.
It is a natural step. Fahrenheit 541 has got that's who it was, Sophia Boutella. She was in Star Trek Beyond,
Sophia
and she was in Fantastic. Oh my god, she was in The Mummy, Kingsman: Secret Service, and Star Trek Beyond as the girl, the alien.
Yeah.
She was also in the Michael Jackson music video for Hollywood Tonight,
Was
which I had a weird crush on when I saw that video. Was she? Did I just lie? No, there it is.
Straight up lied.
Yeah, just straight up lied. No, she's one of the actresses. Again, keeps popping up, and I'm like, awesome. Yeah, she was also in Atomic Blonde, apparently.
Oh, was she?
Lily Singh. Wait, Superwoman?
Really?
The YouTuber Lily Singh.
Ah.
She's going to be in the film as well.
Ah, okay.
What a weird cast this is going to be.
Nice.
I want to be in that film.
You're a YouTuber.
What were we talking about? John Krasinski. Fantastic Four. Yeah. Positive.
It'd be great to see him.
Yeah. I'd love to see him in the film. What are we at? We're at 51 minutes. It's time for a segment I totally didn't steal from the Weekly Planet like the rest of the layout of my show. Superhero show. I totally did not steal this idea from the Weekly Planet. By the way, if anyone ever sends this to Nick Mason and James, Mr. Sunday Movins, I love you guys so much. Please don't hate me for stealing a lot of your ideas and a lot of your... I didn't steal it. Superhero Showdown is a show where we're going to put two characters up against each other and decide which one would win.
Yeah.
I'm not going to steal the idea around putting them in a football field, but I will add this. They can't have any OP stuff, so natural weapons and natural stuff they have.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, Batman can have his grappling gun.
Yeah.
He can't.
So their base character.
Their base stuff, yeah.
Nothing too situational based.
Like Batman can't have his big Superman kryptonite suit.
Yeah. Okay.
If he's So
Okay, so how do you want to do this? Do you want to discuss it, or do you want to pick a character and try and sell it to me, then I pick it and sell it to you?
I think we just discuss it. Let's just go with our first one that I've written. Yeah. Chewbacca versus Groot. So this is Chewbacca from Star Wars and Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. I chose these two.
Yeah.
Because they're like beasts, but they're cute beasts.
They're cute beasts.
You know, like they were written in a way to be badasses, but also incredibly
kind-hearted and soft.
Absolutely. You know, it's the friendly giant syndrome. Syndrome? Yeah.
Syndrome. Yeah. Also played by Vin Diesel. I'm gonna have to go with Chewbacca on this one.
Okay, let's talk about tactics. So they're in an arena, they're facing each other.
Okay, well, what kind of arena are they?
Oh, God, let's not do that. Regular-sized football.
No, you can't do that. Regular-sized baseball. Okay, we're gonna improve this next week, but
I'm sorry, Weekly Planet Podcast.
They're just in the field. They're in
a field. But so they see each other. They assume the other one is a threat.
Yeah.
Does Chewbacca have his crossbow?
Yes, he's a base character.
Okay, cool. Chewbacca's got his crossbow. We've never seen it, but he pulls off Stormtrooper's arms.
Does he?
Han Solo told that to Luke in A New Hope.
Oh, shit.
He was like, Chewbacca can pull an arm off a Stormtrooper if he wanted to.
Damn.
So, with that in mind, I've never witnessed it. It's still a claim. Let's say that's a part of his basis. So let's say he's got that strength to be able to pull Groot's arms off.
Groot's arms?
He's wood.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you
He shoots at Groot's arms and can pull them
off. Okay.
Groot can. I'm going with Big Groot at the moment. I'm going with Guardians 1 Groot.
Baby Groot.
He did pretty well to defeat some of Yondu's
men. Yep.
shipmates. No, Taserface's mates. Taserface. So Groot can heal.
Yep.
Groot can also do that thing where he like turns into a ball.
Yeah.
And can like go around Chewbacca and like suffocate him.
Yeah.
But Wookiees, their planet, Wakanda.
It's trees.
It's not Wakanda, but yeah, it's trees.
It's trees.
So that's a natural element for Chewbacca.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Groot. I know I said Chewbacca initially, and...
I thought I was trying to sway you more on Chewbacca. You're going to go Groot.
I'm going to go Groot, and here's the reason why.
Let's give me... You just give your reason, but then give, like, the final, like, edge. You know, what does Groot do to end Chewbacca?
Oh, okay.
Give me that as well.
It's Groot, you know? I know that doesn't make
terrible argument. It's Groot.
I'm going with him to be different, alright?
I'm Groot.
No, but Chewbacca's great and all, you know, and he does have his crossbow and stuff, but I just think he's too soft.
You do?
Yeah, like I don't think he has the deadly instinct
Really?
needed.
He's gotten soft over his
He's
years.
gotten soft. Did you see the last year? He didn't even eat the pork because the other pork's looking at him.
But he did shoot Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens after.
He just killed Han Solo.
He didn't kill him though. He did not kill Kylo. I would have shot Kylo in the face if he had killed my Han.
Nah, I don't think he would win the battle. Chewbacca would be standing over Groot. Groot would be bloody. He'd be defeated, but he would just not be able to do the killing blow.
Groot would then stick 2 fingers up Chewbacca's nose.
Yeah, okay.
and,
and just fling him. Chewbacca bounces soundlessly off the Millennium Falcon and dies.
Yeah. I'm going with Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Only because I think he knows. I think he's got a good idea about how wood works. But because
That's your reason?
Yeah.
Chewbacca would make a good carpenter?
No, I think he would figure out the best way to sort of attack Groot's limbs so he was able to, like, defeat him. I think... do you remember when Peter Quill starts shooting at his dad in Guardians 2 and he just starts shooting? I think just Chewie would just start shooting all the, like, great points, pull off all the arms and legs, fling them away, and then some... I don't know. How do you kill Groot?
Well, how do you kill Groot?
Does he have a heart?
No.
He's got a good heart. Does he have a heart?
I don't know. He's like reborn.
Yeah, he can be reborn, but based off like one twig, which is how he was.
See,
no, I'm giving it to Groot.
Oh,
let's give it to Groot.
Let's give it to Groot.
We'll both give it to Groot. Sorry, Chewie.
Chewie doesn't have the killer instinct for me.
Yeah,
he just doesn't. You know,
he's your big friend. That if you were getting bullied and you had like a big friend,
he'd like beat the shit out of the guy.
What's that character from Mulan? The big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he's like a friendly giant.
Yeah, he is.
I didn't get to it.
Yeah, so we're giving it to Groot.
Yeah.
Speaking of Star Wars, it's a mother-daughter fiasco now.
Yeah.
Padme Amidala versus Leia Organa. Now, I'm going with Leia in her prime, so Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Leia. And I'm going Padme Amidala in her prime, which would be Attack of the Clones.
Okay.
So, mind you, I was going to do Jyn Erso versus Rey, but when I thought about it,
just throw rocks at Jyn. Just massive.
No, I'm thinking before Jedi Rey, so Force Awakens Rey versus Jyn Erso from Rogue One. But I think they're both better fighters than Padme and Leia.
Yeah.
I think they're dirtier fighters.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Padme versus Leia.
Padme versus Leia.
This isn't diplomatic. This is aggressive negotiation.
It's politics, eh? It's just politics. I'm gonna go.
They've both got their. Let's say. So Padme's got her little blaster from the Phantom Menace.
Yep.
So her little like.
Yep.
Leia's got her blaster from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
What are they wearing? I mean, armor-wise, not misogynistic. What are they wearing?
Yeah.
Leia's in her bra.
Anyways, I'm gonna go with Leia.
Okay.
And I think in this, just like the Chewie, it's the mindset.
Okay.
It's the mindset. I mean, you could debate who would have a better shot and whatnot, but it's the mindset. Throughout the saga, Leia learns to she goes like from cool to warrior princess almost. You know, Padme didn't have that. She was already kind of like a fighter in the first one, but I feel like she would rely too much upon others.
Well, she was queen, and
I think she would suffer from queen syndrome too much.
Annie, where are you? Where's Annie? Okay, that's really valid. I was thinking a lot around how long they can last, like stamina, like. You think
just who could go without food the longest?
No, but you think when Leia was shot in Return of the Jedi,
she was down and out.
Yeah, and then she's like, "I love you," to Han, and then shot, but she was sort of out for the rest of that battle. Padme was scratched.
That's a good point.
You know, and she lasted for ages. You could just say the writers forgot.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that she remembered the whole time because then she rolled around in the sand.
Oh shit!
Later on, because she fell out of that ship.
Yeah.
Those scars are hurting.
Yeah.
So
And she fell out of a ship.
Yeah. So I'm heading more towards Padme.
That's a good point.
Because of her able to sort of sustain injuries a bit longer than.
She's got
Leia, but also she could do the Darth Vader treatment and just tell Leia, "I'm your mother."
Yeah.
And then Leia be like, "No," and then she'd just shoot her.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm going with Padme.
Yeah.
I think more because of. I don't. I'm in two minds. Also, I feel like during the galactic war between the Jedi and Grievous,
she has combat training.
She does. I think there was more aggressiveness
Yeah.
then. Again, it's that dirty fighting versus sophisticated fighting.
Yeah.
I think Leia had to develop her. I think in A New Hope, she was still a bit. I think Bail Organa was probably trying to teach her stuff,
Yeah.
but she was still a princess.
Yes.
I think Padme had a lot of like double life. She was like vigilante.
Yeah.
Also, she's the queen.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, I think there's a bit more to that.
She
So-
had decoys and shit. Yeah.
yeah. You go. Keira
Just
Knightley.
hides behind her.
Go,
right?
Kira. Go, Rose. But she's got like Rose Byrne and Keira Knightley in front of her. She's like running.
Just charges Leia.
Yeah. I'm giving it to Padme.
Yeah, okay, I'll agree with you there.
Okay, cool.
Padme.
I'll hate it because we both got good arguments, but then we're like, no, I agree with you. This is one that I did steal from the Reddit on Weekly Planet, but I thought it was so great. The Predator
Yeah.
versus Kevin McAllister from Home Alone.
Oh, no, Kevin McAllister.
Just straight up.
Just straight up, Kevin McAllister.
So, if you think about the Predator,
Yeah.
a lot of the reasons why Arnie, quote unquote, won,
Body heat.
body heat. He
Yeah.
covered himself in shit.
Yeah.
Oh no, mud.
Mud. I was going to say, what?
You smell like mud. Yeah. Do you know what that's off? That's off a video online. How it should have ended.
Yeah.
Where someone's like, "That doesn't smell like mud,"
Yeah.
and he's like, "You don't smell like mud." Yeah. So Arnie won pretty much off of. Didn't think I'd say that. Brains. Arnie won from brains.
Arnie won from brains.
Kevin McAllister. I think if you look at how
Kevin McAllister has so many brains.
he does, I think Kevin would somehow figure out the elements of the Predator.
Yeah.
I think he
You
would.
just fucking kill him with Legos.
I pictured like Predator on rollerblades, like just like on like trying to stand up,
Yeah.
like, he's, like on like a wet floor.
They should do a Home Alone remake, but instead of Marv and Kevin or whatever his name is breaking, it's the alien and it's the Predator. Just do it.
The iron. No, I think the Predator would definitely. I don't think the Predator, because that was the other thing.
Yeah.
The Predator is a bit like in this situation would it have to figure out whether or not Kevin's a threat.
Yeah.
I don't think he would see Kevin as a threat.
Oh, so like one day, Predator's just walking
Let's just
down
say-
the street.
no, but let's just say he-
and then paint cans come flying.
No, let's say like Predator lands in his backyard, Kevin's backyard,
Yeah.
and starts assessing the house. He sees Kevin. I don't think he'd be like, "That's a threat, kill you."
Yeah.
So I think that's where, because Kevin's quite sneaky.
Yeah.
I think Predator would misassume that the house is trying to fight him.
Yeah.
Not Kevin.
Yeah.
Like paint cans. Like he has no idea that Kevin is actually involved.
Answer is no one wins.
No.
Do you know why?
Macaulay Culkin becomes a drug dealer.
Oh, and the Predator will just blow the thing up. He'll just blow up the house, the neighborhood, the city, you know, because
Yeah.
he lost.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. He would self-destruct and just
Yeah.
start crying. So no one wins. You think no one wins?
It's just a, yeah.
Honestly, if in all seriousness, I agree no one wins, but I think Kevin McAllister would somehow get.
Yeah, I know.
This would be a great comedy.
I know.
Screw Shane Black's Predator movie coming out
Oh, I know.
later in the year. Let's do it.
do it, yeah.
Kevin McAllister. I'm actually excited for that. That would be really exciting. Now, this next one is based off of the current situation between The Rock and Vin Diesel. Apparently, during the Fate and the Fast and the Furious,
I read about that.
they didn't do any scenes filmed together.
Yeah.
At all. So let's verse the Scorpion King versus
Scorpion
Riddick.
King versus Riddick
So I'm saying Scorpion King from his film.
from his film.
I don't
Yeah.
think that
The CGI monster.
whatever that was in Mummy
Yeah.
Returns. No.
No.
And what's
Yeah.
Riddick in his prime?
Chronicles of Riddick.
Chronicles of Riddick. Okay.
Yeah, it's the one where he like breaks out of prison and shit.
Is that the one with Judi Dench?
It's not the first one. It's the second one.
Yeah. Carlo Barnes in that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Riddick and Scorpion King.
I'm gonna go with Scorpion King.
When you think about it, Riddick kind of takes place on the desert.
Yeah.
So I think neither
Scorpion
of them,
King does have a terrain advantage. There's
but
no
like
terrain
neither of them are in. I guess they're both kind of in the terrain.
Yeah, so there's no advantage to one.
Yeah. So
they're
neither
both-
of them will have
Yeah.
that advantage. Riddick can see in the dark.
Yes.
Scorpion King has a spear.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, what does The Rock have aside from a great personality?
Their smile. It'd just disarm you, wouldn't it? I would not kill the Rock.
You think about The Rock, he was buried alive
Yep.
with his head sticking out,
Yeah.
Owen Wilson style, and he started eating
Friggin' ants.
and like scorpions.
Yeah.
What was his power? What's the
I don't know,
Scorpion
just
power?
freaking
Scorpion.
powerful.
Scorpion trial. What's the Scorpion trial?
That's that major.
King. Powers. When he is betrayed and the friend.
It's the fourth movie. A quest for power. Nah, let's forget powers. Just straight up fist fight.
So The Rock versus Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
So Fast and Furious 5.
This is what it's about. It's
Without the wrench, Fast and Furious 5 fist fight.
In the desert.
In the desert.
In the desert.
Um,
I'm gonna go with The Rock.
Who won in
It's just The Rock versus Vin Diesel.
Who won in Fast 5? Was it
Vin Diesel, but that's because he was hit the wrench.
But that's also because
He was dumb.
yeah, that's because he was dumb, not because
he was dumb.
He was also fatter in that movie as well.
Yeah.
I remember he was like not in prime physique.
I'd go with The Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock is just massive.
You hurt my family. Wait, why did I go with Rocky?
Yeah. Nah, The Rock has to hit.
I'm just trying to see if there is any.
He doesn't have any powers, I don't think.
I'm going to the wikis.
The wikis.
Yeah.
He had a scorpion once.
Yeah, he ate a scorpion.
Yep, and he got gifted the Army of the Dead.
Behind the scenes, personality and traits.
No, nothing.
Oh my god, that's
just
CGI. Look at the CGI.
Oh my god.
We should sit down and watch them. Behind the scenes.
Anyways, I'm going with The Rock. I just think he's bigger, he's stronger, he's cooler, and he has a better smile. And I think that's what would win him the day in the end, really.
I think Scorpion King era, I think those people in that era just, like, they had no real power.
No.
I think they just won because they were the better man.
Or it's just gutsy, strength brute
The Rock
kind
won.
of thing, yeah.
He's also a wrestler.
Wrestler.
This is a fun one. I'm Captain Phasma
Yeah.
versus Boba Fett.
Captain Phasma. Oh, that's a good one.
The battle, I like to think
Freaking Captain Phasma.
I like to think Boba Fett.
All she has to do is like arrive in a ship, and Boba Fett will just fly into it for her.
I like to think that Boba Fett clumsied his way to the top.
Yeah.
Like, he was never good. He was just right place, right time.
Yeah.
Like, there's that thing in Empire where Vader's like, no disintegrations.
Yeah.
I think that's because he's the one that killed Owen Lars and Luke's
accidentally killed
accidentally burnt them. And he's like, shit. The reason why he's almost coloured is because he fell over in a paint aisle in like a resine shop.
Yeah.
I think he fumbled his way to. Obviously, the Clone Wars proves me wrong because young Boba is really quite good. In current lore, he's actually quite good. They've built him up. Back in Return of the Jedi era,
which is what we're basing him off. He fumbled his way to the top.
He did.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, if we're going with actual Boba, according to current lore, he's actually quite a good fighter. And
so Stumbly Boba versus
in canon, I'm 90% sure in canon he escaped the Sarlacc pit.
Oh, did he?
Now in canon he actually escaped the Sarlacc pit.
Oh damn, really? Mm-hmm. That's impressive.
Phasma versus Phasma.
Also,
what does Phasma do? If you can tell me what Phasma does in The Force Awakens and in The Last Jedi, she wins automatically.
Yeah.
What does she do?
She does. Okay, what's the legitimate reason? What's the legitimate reason here?
What do you mean legitimate reason?
I mean, what does she do? She stands there and looks awesome.
What does Boba Fett do?
She flies into ships.
That's why I like this one, because neither of them are really that great.
Really.
And the expanded stuff, they're like beasts.
Yeah.
They are legitimate beasts. In the films. In the two films that they both appear in,
they're shit.
They do nothing. They stand around and they talk.
Yeah.
Cam Phasma there was obviously in Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Spoilers? What is today? April. No spoilers. It's on DVD now.
Yeah.
Fights Finn.
Yeah.
Finn's got that spinny...
Yeah. Traitor.
Traitors. Yeah, he punched Traitor and grabbed that.
Carried with it an entire time.
So fights Phasma that way. Phasma does hold herself up. She's got
that spear thing.
Yeah, which was quite cool actually.
Yeah, no.
That's quite cool. So she's obviously physically she can do one-on-one hand.
And she's like 6'6".
She is very tall.
She's very tall.
She is very tall. Boba has got his jetpack.
But he doesn't use that correctly. I don't think he knows how to use it.
I think, let's say he does.
Okay.
Let's say Django, because Django knows how to use
Yeah.
the thing. He's got rockets. He's also got the double-handed.
Yeah.
He holds two hands, blast
Yeah.
the thing.
I'm gonna go Phasma with this one.
I'm trying to think if Boba has a cape.
Phasma has a cape too.
She does too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Phasma's got a height.
Yeah. She's got a height advantage.
She also has a hand-to-hand. So if, Boba would have to have a distance.
Yes, he would have to have a distance and you have to have a height. But he has to watch out for any ships in the general vicinity.
You're giving this man some shit. Yeah, you would. You would have to watch out for that. You seriously would.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the edge to Phasma.
Phasma. Okay.
Phasma, because Phasma would just find cover. She'd make him come in, and then she'd just beat the crap out of him.
I'm giving it to Boba,
Yeah.
but he then dies because he's a dumbass.
Yeah,
Like, he
very
kills Phasma.
Yeah.
As he's walking away, let's say they've
Slips and
just...
falls on her spear.
Yeah, no, he like slips. Yeah, he just like trips over her spear and like breaks his neck. And then someone comes running in, like, I don't know, Hux comes running in. And he's like, huh? Oh. Like, and then they're both dead.
Yeah.
But no, I honestly think that, because Boba's got his gun, he's also got a couple of arm guns. I'm giving Phasma the same thing that you were going to give Padme, which is the group.
Yes.
You know, the element of Phasma's constantly surrounded by troopers.
Yeah.
And when the troopers weren't there to back her up, Finn killed her.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
And
what
there
you
was a height.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finn was still shorter.
Yeah.
Finn was also trained by
Yes.
the Empire.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, the First Order.
Yeah.
Was trained by them. So even though I'm guessing Phasma knows
Yeah.
Finn's combat,
Yes.
still got better by him. Boba was trained by Django and also a whole bunch of other bounty hunters throughout the Clone Wars. So
Yeah.
he's got a different selection. He's also mixed and matched with his guns and what he's used to fight people. And he's been doing it since a boy.
Yes.
We don't know how long Phasma's doing it, but I'm giving it to Boba the initial fight.
Okay, fair
but then
enough,
I'm saying Boba dies somehow, like straight
So
afterwards.
we've got another draw.
Yeah, pretty much another draw. This is the end of the list, but I'm going to try my best to think of more after this. Alfred versus Aunt May.
Now this is one I've been
This
waiting
is the
for.
fight, and we're gonna, because there is
We should just do a triple team match. 3 versus 3.
3 versus 3. So
straight
this
up.
is Alfred Michael. Oh God, I can't remember his last name. From 89 to 97.
Yep.
Schumacher Burton Batman trilogy plus
That's
Michael Caine as
Alfred.
subtle cut. Michael Caine's Alfred, and then Jeremy Irons' Alfred versus Sam Raimi's Aunt May, Andrew Garfield's Aunt May, and Marissa Tomei.
Yeah, okay, this is situational, but are they allowed to call in Spider-Man and Batman if required?
Ooh.
Let's say final one standing gets to call in their corresponding Batman.
Okay, yeah, all right. So let's hold on, Alfred Pennyworth. So which 80s one are we going for? Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer. Let's go Michael Keaton.
Look at my because that was the first one he was
Okay, Michael Keaton's one. We have Christian Bale, Ben Affleck.
Yeah, Christian
We
Bale,
then have Tobey Maguire, Mopey Face. We then have
Andrew Garfield.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland, yeah.
So Michael Goff, Michael Caine. That's funny. Michael Goff, Michael Caine, Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
Versus, I'm going to get their names. Okay, so in the films,
In the films?
in the comics, Alfred has beaten up the Joker. I think
I think let's just go straight up movie
movies.
versions.
But in the comics,
Yeah.
Alfred has held his own.
Yeah, Alfred has held his own.
Aunt
many,
May
many
has had relationships with like Norman Osborn.
Oh shit! Really?
Like they had like romantic relationships with like the bad guys
Yeah.
a lot.
Really?
Yeah, just at random times.
Aunt May, really?
Rosemary Harris in the original one. Sally Field, that's right.
Yeah.
Sally Field and Marissa Tomei.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. Aunt May has had like, you know, like it's one of those like the bad guys. Like it's a bit like Michael Keaton being
Batman's-
Spider-Man's
Batman's dad.
Batman's dad.
The theory is that we talking
No, Spider-Man and Homecoming.
Oh,
Michael
yeah.
Keaton as
Yeah.
Vulture is like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but like Aunt May would Peter would get home and Aunt May sitting there with like
With Tony Stark.
no, but like with Norman Osborn.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm the Goblin. Well, no, he's like, I I've met your aunt.
Your aunt.
And she's like, oh my god, he's so nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sorry, sidetracked. So
Yeah.
we've got 3 Alfreds from the movies. Michael Goff's one from the Burton Schumacher stuff.
Yeah.
He dies and becomes a computer. in Batman and Robin. He doesn't die. He gets into like a coma. He starts coughing, and then he's like a computer,
that's
and he's just like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you a suit." So he doesn't really do much. He's not. I don't think he can hold his own.
I think each of them have one badass one geriatric one, and one that's just in between.
I think OG Aunt May, so original one from Sam Raimi's universe, Rosemary Harris. I think she. Like, do you remember when she gets grabbed by Doc Ock?
Yeah.
So I think she can do nothing. I think Alfred from Michael Keaton, Michael Goff, I think they're both like, hey, do you want to get some tea?
Yeah.
They're not doing anything.
No, I think the thing is that they'll just forget about Sam Raimi's Aunt May. Because she's like 99. They'll be like...
She'll just start telling old stories about Uncle Ben.
Yeah, I know. That'd make them all cry. Seriously, I think this is a 2-to-1 battle. I think
Michael Caine.
No, I think Kane, Sam Raimi's Aunt May, and the other they're just gone.
So Michael Caine, Michael Goff, and Rosemary Harris.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, in all honesty, the only competent one out of the 6 of them is Jeremy Irons.
Marissa Tomei's still youthful, but she's like any auntie. Yeah, she's like your mum for me and my mum for you.
Yeah.
Like that's not. Yeah. She might be able to push off.
Yeah.
Briefly, but
I just think
you got some internal conflict.
Yeah. I think it's just simple as that.
Jeremy Irons
will call him Batflick, and he'll just beat the shit out of the rest of the.
I think Jeremy Irons could hold a.
I think a 3-1 would still be in Jeremy Irons' favor.
Yeah. Honestly, I think
Alfred has this.
Yeah, Alfred. Again, like I said, I know we're talking about the films, but in the comic, Alfred has.
Yeah.
It was either Joker or Two-Face, or someone came to the door and he like beat them up.
Yeah.
Aunt May, to my knowledge, aside from being seduced by the dark side, aside from being seduced by all the characters,
all of them, after years as a widow, Aunt May. I don't want to.
Aunt May married J. Jonah Jameson's father.
Oh shit! No, she calls in J. Jonah Jameson, and he just wins it all.
Jim Gordon comes in. J.K. Simmons comes in and kills them all.
No, you seen Whiplash?
Yeah.
Of course, we watched it together.
Yeah.
He'll just win.
You would cry. Make you cry.
Okay.
It is Jeremy Irons.
It's Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons won that.
Yeah.
That is the funniest thing in the world, because you got a bunch of old farts. And then you've got slightly used.
It's like there's one bed left in the nursing home, and it's like
they're all fighting over it,
and they're all just fighting over it.
But Jeremy Irons and Marissa Tomei are the most youthful ones out of all of them.
Yeah. Followed
by I think Sally Field and then Michael Caine.
Yeah.
And then the old ones are the OG too. This is ridiculous. Finally, let's end on the one I just thought of on our break.
Yep.
Frozone versus Elsa.
Oh, this is a good one.
Where's my super suit? I'm holding my waistband at the moment when I say that. And Elsa, I've seen Frozen. I've seen Frozen, the movie, twice.
Yeah.
Both times at your house. I've seen Frozone.
Yeah.
A lot of times. What is Elsa? So Elsa has the ability.
Elsa has the ability just to manipulate, but she has the magic ability too, so she can bring snow creatures to life as well.
Right. So she brought Olaf.
Yeah.
To life.
And that big ass giant snowman guy. She even built that bloody castle. And
Frozone can pile snow.
Yeah.
But he's got his little surfboard.
Yeah, he's agile.
Yeah.
You know.
So I guess the difference is, Frozone is a superhero.
Yeah.
He's trained himself up. He's been able to verse people like Syndrome and whoever he fought back in the day.
Yeah.
Elsa has
no formal training whatsoever.
No.
Just a deep-rooted self-esteem issue.
She like threw some ice and then Anna like fell over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Frozone. It's Frozone, I think. Yeah. Well, but no, because then you had Elsa like froze Anna.
Yeah.
At the end. And almost killed her sister.
I'd have to say that It's agile versus brute strength. Like, Frozone uses his ice powers for agility purposes. He almost uses it just because he's just a really cool ice snowboarder, really. You know?
Yeah.
Anna just has Elsa has the brute force behind her. Like, she can just make freaking castles like that and make monsters and shit.
Right.
But I think Frozone will win it though. I think he'll just keep on surfing around her until she gets too pissed off.
Just need a drink.
Just
Yeah, and I guess the only advantage Elsa has is the fact that she grew her costume.
Yeah.
And Frozone had to ask where his super suit was.
Oh yeah, so he may not be ready.
He may not be ready. When Elsa comes knocking on the door,
Yeah.
he's looking for
And
a super suit.
And it's date night and she's hidden his suit again. He is screwed.
He's screwed. Frozone don't know where his suit is at. But I think, again, it's that tactical thing of Frozone. Frozone is like that was his job.
Yeah.
To be good at his power.
Yeah.
Again, I guess the difference is so Elsa can conjure up her power.
Yeah.
Frozone needs moisture in the air.
Yes.
Does that impact if we put it in a field? Probably not.
Depends on the time of day.
Yeah, I guess. If it's boiling hot, Frozone may have an issue.
Yeah.
But when you think about the end when they're versing Syndrome and the robots, it seemed like a normal good
Seemed
day.
like a normal day, yeah. I'd have to go with Frozone.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Frozone. I think Elsa would just start breaking out into song.
I know, yeah.
And Frozone's like, "Do I look like a bitch?
Say what again?
Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you."
Let what go? Jesus Christ, what a
Frozone won. Let's get into thank you, Showdown superheroes. Thank you, Weekly Planet.
Yeah.
What did we watch when you weren't listening?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't ask you beforehand. You have your phone out. What do you have your phone out for?
Because it was just in my pocket.
Give me.
No.
Did you watch anything or read anything?
I did watch a few things.
What did you watch?
I watched the pilots for like 5 different Netflix shows.
Okay.
Well, Netflix recently came up with download.
Oh right.
Yeah,
yes,
and I'm like every Thursday and Friday I'm on like a bus for like 2 hours.
Okay, so you've been downloading and watching.
I've been downloading and watching.
Cool.
And there's a couple shows that I guess I'll talk about.
Yep.
One is Altered Carbon. It's a really, you know how you get like futuristic concepts.
Yes.
And they're all cool, but some of them just freak you out.
Right. Yeah. A lot of Black Mirror does that.
Yeah. This is one that kind of freaks me out. No, it doesn't freak me out, but it's kind of just airy, the concept.
Okay. Yeah.
And the concept is that your body's just a sleeve. They call them sleeves.
Okay.
And who you are and stuff, your consciousness is pretty much just like a glorified microchip that's in your neck.
Okay.
And you can pretty much jump sleeves if you have enough money and essentially live forever. If you're poor, you can pay for another sleeve, but you don't know what you get. It's like handed out by the government, if I'm correct.
Is it like a little bit like, remember in Robots, the movie Robots, where you've got like these prime robots, but then you've also just got the average ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you
if
you get a body, you could just get
anything.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Only the rich can afford bodies that they stylize and that they want.
Right.
And stuff like that. Anyways, there's this character played by Joel Kinnaman, an actor that I really like. You know him from the Captain and Suicide Squad.
Yep. And he was in the RoboCop.
Yep.
remake.
And he's in another TV show that's on Netflix called The Killing, which I really like.
Cool.
And he's been on ice, essentially, which is prison, for like 250 years.
Literally on ice?
Not really.
Did Frozone announce it?
But he's had his stack.
Right.
Because he was a criminal.
Okay.
And it was just this war, and there's a whole. I'm not going to get too much into it, but he's been brought out by this essentially really rich dude to solve this guy's murder.
Okay.
I'm only 2 episodes in, so I'm not too far in, but its visuals are great. It's acted really fairly well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just an idea that kind of entraps you in a world. It's almost like Blade Runner 2040. 2049.
Yeah.
Just the visuals of it and the atmosphere of it kind of draw you in. It's almost neo-noir like, but futuristic neo-noir. You know what I mean? Yeah, Altered Carbon. It's only got 1 season. I think it might have gone cancelled or something, but...
Only premiered in February.
Oh, yeah, so it might get another one. 10 episodes.
It's got a pretty good response.
Yeah, it's got fairly good response. and it kind of just draws you in visually, you know. I mean, the story it's not simple, but it's not convoluted either, but it's something that will catch your eye, and then you'll watch it, and then you'll find out more about it.
It's based off a book.
It's based off a book. Okay, there you
Sounds
go.
familiar. Awesome. No. So what? You're 2 episodes into it.
Yep.
And you're gonna continue watching.
Yep.
Cool.
And the second one I'm watching is called The Frankenstein Chronicles. It's got Sean Bean in it. It's from what I know, it was on BBC or something like that, and Netflix like
ITV.
or something like that. Yep. And then Netflix was like, oh yeah, we'll shoulder it and present it to a wider audience. But it's pretty much about this detective in old London. And he's played by Sean Bean, and he comes across this body. It's not a show if you don't like
it's not
disturbing
a show.
imagery. It's not a show for you if you don't like
right,
slightly
yeah.
disturbing imagery. Finds this kid, and this kid's been and it's not even a kid. It's a body. It's a body of a kid, but it's been Frankenstein together essentially. It's body parts from 7 different kids. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of dark. But anyway, he gets sent on this case because it's this political movement in the medical community to make only certified practitioners of medical to provide medical services.
Right.
And one of them thinks that this is a way to discredit them, and so he's been sent on the case to figure. Also, about an episode and a half into it, but it's well acted. It's Sean Bean. I'll love anything with Sean Bean in it. It's kind of got that. It hasn't got like a high production value, you can tell, but it makes up for it in different ways, you know?
And that's good. Yeah, I think if a story can carry you,
Yeah.
you know, who cares about your
and
visuals
maybe
and
maybe it just carries me because I'm invested in Sean Bean,
Which is good.
Which is good. But like I'm really into it.
Yeah.
It feels like it's like old London, you know, like really old London. It doesn't feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
oh they're just putting it's a set and they're acting
Right.
and
Okay, that's cool.
like it feels like yeah this is taking place, and maybe it's because it's because of the low production value.
Yeah.
And that just kind of takes away any extra thing that can go on.
Right.
And it makes it feel a bit more down to earth and a bit more realistic. But yeah, I would suggest both. They may not be for you, but I feel like they're both
That's
kind of
so cool.
hit or miss TV shows. You know,
Absolutely.
you either get it or you don't.
Yeah.
But at least try out the first couple episodes at least for both of them and see if
They're
they're
both on
for you.
Netflix, so
Yeah,
absolutely.
readily available
that's-
for everyone.
Yeah, that's a benefit. They're both on Netflix. That's awesome. They actually both sound interesting. I'm keen to sit down and watch them once I figure out why I'm not watching Netflix at the moment. I've got to catch up on some of that stuff. I was forced into going to see Pacific Rim and Ready Player One within like 3 days of each other.
Yeah.
I got to see Ready Player One last weekend. Steven Spielberg, obviously, based off a book. It's fun. It's really fun. For me, Steven Spielberg, we spoke about this a few weeks back when we talked about underrated films
Yeah.
by directors, and I said Minority Report was sort of like the last solid Steven Spielberg film. He's been up and down since. For me personally, things like War Horse was quite boring. The Abraham Lincoln story, that's not what it's called. But I think Spielberg he's back when Jaws and Jurassic Park, he was making these great films, and then in addition to that, he was breaking both visual boundaries and editing boundaries. But did you just lick your sleeve?
No.
Look
I
like you
didn't.
licked your sleeve.
No, I was just wiping the corner of my mouth.
Okay. I was like, that was the worst thing I've ever seen. My mind is ridiculous at times. But yeah, so Steven Spielberg in most
Lick my sleeve.
we've been talking about like fake cats and that all day that we've been turning into them. But no, Steven Spielberg has been up and down for me since I would say 2000.
Okay.
Or whatever. But this is actually, I think it's a return to, it's not a return to form. It was just a film that was incredibly enjoyable.
Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether or not you know all the references or not. That was the thing. A lot of people claimed that because they didn't know the reference, they didn't understand the film.
Yeah.
But the film isn't about all the references.
Yeah.
That's like icing on the cake.
Yeah.
You know, you can never have too much icing on your cake. You can. But 1 minute there's the Ninja Turtles in the background. Next minute there's the Iron Giant. There's King Kong.
Yeah.
But the story is really fun. It's well put together. The visuals are really solid. I think they're not outstanding in any way, but they work. You're immersed in that world. It's really fun. The actors in it are really, really enjoyable to watch. It's got a cool, diverse cast of pretty much unknowns.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ty Sheridan was Cyclops in Apocalypse.
Yeah, wasn't he also Iron Man 3?
No,
They're a different tie.
that's a different tie. That's
Okay.
a bow tie. Olivia Cook's in it, who plays a really cool character. Ben Mendelsohn's also in it. TJ Miller, Simon Pegg. But the other kids that are with Wade Watts' character are all a bunch of unknown kids.
Yeah.
And they're great. They're really fun in the film, and I definitely recommend it. Pacific Rim Uprising was just... You've seen Pacific Rim?
I didn't mind Pacific Rim. I liked it.
I think Pacific Rim is that... Pacific Rim and its sequel are both films that are kind of the equivalent of you having a bunch of toys at home.
Yeah.
And you've got like a transformer and a soldier,
And you just make
and an
something.
alien toy, and you just make up a story.
Yes.
The sequel is just as much like that as the first one
I'm
is.
gonna love it then.
So it's like it's dumb, but it's fun. You know what I mean?
It's mindless fun.
It's a popcorn flick, you know, and it's really good. John Boyega is a lot like himself that I think I've seen in interviews. So he's very comedic, and he's got one-liners, and he's quite funny. There's a bunch of kid actors in it who... They're not kid actors. They're like probably between 14 and 18.
Yeah. They right?
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
They have fun. Who else is in it? The returning... there's only one returning actor. It's the Asian girl from the last one.
Yeah.
She was great. She was fun in it. But yeah, it's just mindless sort of... Oh, actually, no, I lied. Charlie Day's back.
Oh, yeah.
And his science buddy is back.
Sounds better. He plays Idris Elba's son, doesn't he?
John Boyega?
John Boyega.
Yes, yeah, he does. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's just not as fun. You know, it's. I watched it. I saw it. I had a smile at the end.
Yeah.
You know, if
Not
this-
much of a draw to go back, but if it's on, you'll be like,
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
If it's on TV or I'm scrolling through
Yeah.
Netflix and it's an afternoon or whatever, yeah,
Yeah,
I had a
why
smile
not?
on my face. You know,
Yeah.
I can't deny a film that left
You can't
me...
say that you wasted 2 hours.
No,
You know?
I definitely had fun with it, and I'm more than happy to sit down and watch it again.
That's great.
But it's still dumb. Like, I think I'm okay with it being dumb though. But yeah, that's what we watched.
I know, yeah.
I'm gonna go watch at some point what you told us to
And
watch,
I'll go watch what you said we're gonna go watch.
and hopefully by next, I love how we both put our arms on our hips, and hopefully by next podcast we will have catched A Quiet Place.
Yes,
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
We'll catch A Quiet Place before next podcast.
Yeah. And we might have
and
a
your birthday's in between the podcast.
Yay!
We'll do a birthday special. We won't.
Birthday special.
There's nothing to. I don't know what to do. How can we vocalize your birthday? We'll sing. Let's ready. I'll go. I'm gonna say happy, and then when the next podcast starts, I'm gonna go birthday. So when we end this, I'm gonna start the happy birthday, and when the next podcast starts, I'm gonna
very
end it.
nice.
Okay. What have I done? What have I done?
What have you done?
Since the last podcast, I've uploaded 4 videos.
Oh, 4.
I think.
Nacho!
Nachos. The first one was Cahan made a really funny comment at
Last Jedi.
when we watched Last Jedi back in December, and it was that there's a film that
Adam Driver does a
Driver
comedy
does.
with Danny Radcliffe.
What
What if?
if? And there's a scene where he says, "I just had sex and I'm about to eat nachos," but he yells nachos.
Yep.
And during Last Jedi, he can I do this? Will this work? Maybe. Actually, I've never tried it before. Sorry, there's a setting on my thing that plays the audio of a video I'm watching into the. Never mind, didn't work. But yeah, so pretty much it's just when Kylo Ren's talking to Rey about her parents.
Yeah.
and that he stays
You're
just
still holding on.
let go.
Yeah.
and let go and nachos 2 syllables.
Yeah.
Fits the wording perfectly,
Yeah.
and it just sounds funny.
And Adam Driver sounds the same when he shouts.
Yes, he sounds exactly the same. So that's a video I did. I went to Armageddon last weekend, which is the big sort of expo
Thing in Wellington.
in Wellington. For the first time ever, we had a real celebrity. Jeremy Renner was there. But Bonnie Wright was there, who played Ginny, and Matt Ryan, who was on Constantine, and Jessica Negri, who's a cosplayer, was there. It was actually a solid time. I dressed up as a giant yellow chicken. I got to talk to all the celebrities. I did have a quick question for Jeremy Renner, which someone filmed for me, which is awesome. So that's on my channel, as well as the full video of me going around harassing people is also there. And also yesterday I did the annual 5 Things You Missed of the month of March, which is awesome. I talked about Michael B. Jordan, and I talked about John Cena in Blue's Clues, which we talked about before that. And I talked about some other stuff. Go check those out on sirbrady.com/sirbrady, youtube.com/sirbrady. And as always, thank you for listening to this. You can find us on YouTube. I haven't been putting this on SoundCloud at all. You can find us on YouTube at the SirBradyPodcast.com. If you have any suggestions at all, I have not checked the email.
If they're listening to this, they've found where they can find us.
Yeah, you've found where you could find us on YouTube. I haven't checked the email, but feel free to email us at the SirBradyPodcast@gmail.com if you got any suggestions for any future stuff you want to talk about, what you liked, what you didn't like, anything at all. We love hearing from you guys.
Yes.
We do.
Would love to hear from
We would love to hear. We have not heard from any of you yet.
Yeah.
Kind of, maybe. Cahan, thank you for coming back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
My intro and outro are the same all the time.
They are. Well, let's get consistency.
Yeah, consistency.
It's like a sandwich. There's always bread at both ends, and the middle could differ.
Nice analogy.
Thank you.
I like it.
I also
Except
like
for the sandwiches that don't have 2 slices of bread.
I used to know somebody who didn't like the insides of a sandwich, and then I realized that's what a sandwich is.
Yes.
The insides of a sandwich. So that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Also, I like this analogy. I'm like a piñata. Depending on how hard you hit me, will depend on what comes out of my mouth. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. Tune in a fortnight's time where we will hopefully talk about A Quiet Place and any other news that comes about. I'm Paris, also known as Sir Brady.
And I'm Cahan.
That's Giggle Guts. Thank you so much for watching.
I'm Cahan.
And happy